Hi everyone! Today's edition of Tea Talk is quite interesting. I was going through my magazine. I received a magazine in the mail, the Eat This Not That magazine, and I was flipping through the pages and I came across an article that I thought was quite appropriate and that I just wanted to share with everybody because it has a lot of great information about certain types of teas that are very good for weight loss. So what this article is, 5 best weight loss teas, and it goes in order of awesomeness. The ones with the, I guess it goes from least to greatest weight loss potential that the teas have or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go over the paragraphs and the little description that it has. It has the name of the tea, why it's called what it's called, and then it also has the recommendations they make for the brands of teas that they think are the best. So I'm gonna kind of just paraphrase it and just go over it. And I did take notes, so I'm gonna be looking at my notes just to make sure I don't miss anything. So let's get started. So number 5 on the tea list is green tea. Green tea is called the Metabolism Booster because it unlocks your fat cells, and it is especially beneficial with exercise. If you are on an exercise routine, it is beneficial for you to take green tea. Either it could be after your workout, it can be when you're getting ready to relax at the end of the day, just as long as you take it during the day. So it'll give you that added benefit. Okay, so how it works. It has a compound called catechins. It sounds kind of funny, and I want to say catechins, but it's catechins. And what they do is they trigger the release of fat cells. And the good thing about those is that they particularly like belly fat. Isn't that just awesome? So yay, catechins. So they like belly fat, and they go particularly after that area. So what it does is it triggers the release of fat cells, and then it speeds up the liver's capacity to break down that fat and turn it into energy. So it's kind of like a catalyst for fat burning. Isn't that awesome? So it says here that they recommend taking 4 to 5 cups of green tea a day in order for it to have its full potential. And there were studies done where people were taking green tea along with exercise, 45 cups a day, and they lost more weight or more fat than the people who were not drinking the tea. So green tea is number 5 on the list, and before anything, always consult your doctor to make sure that there's no contradictions with any medications or any pre-existing conditions that you may have. So they recommend taking Lipton green tea and Yogi green tea. Now, anyways, moving on to number 4. Number 4 is Oolong Tea, and it's called the Pound a Week Melter. Oolong tea is a Chinese tea, and oolong in Chinese means black dragon. So this is kind of floral tea, and it also contains catechins just like green tea. And those help metabolize lipids, which equals to weight loss because you're burning all the fat cells. Now, this one doesn't specify how much you're supposed to take of this tea. It doesn't say 4 to 5 cups. It doesn't say 1 cup. It doesn't say anything. It just says that is one of the benefits, that it does boost your metabolism, and it helps to lose a pound a week. That's what it says. It says it's the Pound a Week Melter. And it recommends Bigelow and Stash tea. A pound a week, I think we can all use that. Okay, number 3 on the list of teas. Number 3 is mint tea, and it's called the Craving Crusher. We all have and it's called the Craving Crusher because, of course, naturally it wards off the munchies. There are certain scents that can trigger hunger, such as maybe cinnamon rolls or maybe fresh bread baking or anything like that. If you're not really hungry and then you smell those certain scents, it'll just make you hungry. It can be a candle, it can be anything. It'll make you hungry, it'll trigger that. Well, this tea right here, mint tea, does the opposite. It suppresses your cravings. So there was a study done in the Journal of Neurological and Orthopedic Medicine that found that people that sniffed peppermint every 2 hours lost an average of 5 pounds a month. That's awesome. So we're gonna go around sniffing peppermint all day. I will. So yeah, it says that it suppresses your appetite, and they recommend drinking Tazo and Tivana tea. Those are the two brands that they gave. It represses cravings. A lot of times we don't eat because we're hungry. We eat because we have cravings. We give into those cravings, and that's what gets us in trouble. So if you think this is your problem, that you have a lot of cravings, well, then you might want to give this a try. It might work for you. Number 2 on the awesome weight loss teas is white tea. And white tea is said to be a fat blocker because it prevents new cells from forming. White tea is the least processed and the most antioxidant rich tea within the teas, because it is dried naturally by sunlight. So that's why it's so unprocessed that it has more antioxidants and more benefits. It contains as much as 3 times more polyphenols than green tea, and polyphenol is an antioxidant, so 3 times more than green tea, that bit of antioxidants. There was a study published in the journal, it's called Nutrition and Metabolism, that stated that white tea can simultaneously boost lipolysis and lipogenesis, which is the breakdown of fat tissue and the forming of new fat cells, because it does have that high level of ingredients that are thought to be active in human cells. So that's good. It prevents new fat cells from forming, and it breaks down old fat cells. That's amazing. So if there's such thing as a diet tea, white tea would be it. And I know that my all-time favorite tea, Celestial Seasonings Sleeping Time Tea, contains white tea, and it's the one they mentioned here in the magazine article. It's Celestial Seasonings Sleepy Time Tea, Twinnings Tea, or is it Twinings Tea? Twinnings Tea? I don't know. And the Republic of Tea. Those are the 3 tea brands mentioned by the article. So, interestingly enough, we have one left. The number 1 with the most awesomeness and the number 1 best tea for weight loss mentioned here in the article, and it is okay, I don't even know how to say this, Rooibos tea. I don't know, look for yourselves. Okay, that one right there. Okay, so this tea is called the Hunger Halter, and it regulates fat storage hormones. This tea is made from the redbush plant, which is grown exclusively in a small area of Africa. Now, why is this tea so good for your belly fat? That is because it contains a kind of flavonoid, and this flavonoid is really powerful. It's let me see if I can say this right. Aspalathin, maybe? Aspalathin, but we'll just say for now. And this flavonoid is thought to reduce stress hormones that trigger hunger and fat storage, and are linked to high blood pressure, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and cardiovascular disease. So as you can tell, this tea not only has the weight loss benefits, it has other benefits as well. And the 2 brands that they recommend here in the article are Celestial Seasonings and Hardy & Sons. So they give those 2. This was really an interesting article, because if you're looking for, like I always say, an alternative to taking diet pills or anything like that, and you just want to try something more natural, this is a great way to do it, by just drinking your teas and wait and see what happens. Watch the results. Maybe it will work for some people, and maybe it won't work for some people, but I mean, all we can do is try. So I hope y'all like these articles, and more than that, I hope that they're useful and that they do benefit somebody out there. If y'all try one of these teas or have been trying them and see any kind of results, let me know, let us all know, so we can have our own testimonials of how these work. So for now, that is it, and I will see you guys next week in next Tea Talk. Bye.